Meet Jake, a 32-year-old software developer. He earns $120,000 a year, but somehow he is always broke. No big financial mistakes, no gambling, just small, everyday habits that slowly drain his money. Many people think being poor comes from bad luck or low income. But in reality, tiny daily habits shape your financial future more than you realize. These habits seem harmless at first, but over time, they can keep you stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. In 2025, things are changing fast. AI is replacing jobs, inflation is making everything expensive, and debt is easier to fall into. If you don't control your money, it will control you. In this video, we'll uncover 6 small habits that might be keeping you poor without you even knowing it. The good news? You can break these habits and build wealth starting today. Number 1. Scrolling past money opportunities. Every day, people scroll through their phones, checking social media, watching videos, and reading the news. But hidden among the endless posts and updates are real money opportunities, grants, scholarships, tax refunds, side hustles, and investment ideas. Most people simply scroll past them without noticing. In 2024, reports showed that 70% of Americans missed out on tax refunds they were owed, with the average unclaimed amount being $900 per person. That's money just sitting there, waiting to be collected. But because it takes a little effort to check and apply, most people ignore it. The same happens with free money from government programs, company benefits, or even cashback rewards on credit cards. A woman in Florida recently discovered she had over $5,000 in an old 401k account from a job she left years ago. She had completely forgotten about it. If she hadn't taken a few minutes to check, that money would have been lost. The truth is, money is everywhere, but it won't come to you if you don't look for it. Instead of spending hours mindlessly scrolling social media, set aside a little time each week to search for financial opportunities. Check your bank statements for hidden fees, look up unclaimed money in your state, and explore ways to make extra income. We live in a time where information is at our fingertips, but most people use their phones for entertainment instead of wealth building. The small habit of ignoring money opportunities might seem harmless, but over the years, it can cost you thousands. The next time you're scrolling, ask yourself, am I consuming or am I creating wealth? A simple shift in focus can make a huge difference in your financial future. Number 2, automatic lifestyle inflation. Every time people get a raise, they feel excited. More money means a better life, right? But strangely, even with a higher salary, they still struggle to save. This happens because as income grows, expenses quietly grow too. Without realizing it, people start upgrading their lifestyle, buying fancier groceries, subscribing to more streaming services, dining out more often, or choosing a more expensive car. A nurse who once earned $50,000 a year struggled to pay her bills. Then she got promoted and started making $90,000. She thought she would finally be able to save money. But a year later, she was still living paycheck to paycheck. She had upgraded her apartment, bought a luxury car, and started traveling more, without ever thinking about how those small lifestyle changes added up. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest reasons why people stay broke, no matter how much they earn. Instead of using extra income to build wealth, they use it to increase their spending. Over time, this habit keeps them trapped in a cycle where they always need more money just to maintain their new lifestyle. The key to avoiding this trap is simple: save before you spend. When you get a raise, put at least half of it into savings or investments first. If you don't, lifestyle inflation will eat up every extra dollar. The real measure of wealth isn't how much you earn, it's how much you keep. Number 3, consuming more than you create. Most people spend hours every day watching videos, scrolling through social media, or shopping online. They consume entertainment, news, and trends, but they never create anything of their own. This habit seems harmless, but over time, it keeps people poor. Social media is designed to make people passive consumers. It constantly feeds them content, tempting them to spend money on the latest gadgets, fashion, or online courses. Meanwhile, the people making the content, the YouTubers, TikTok influencers, and business owners, are the ones getting rich. They are creating while everyone else is just consuming. Take Alex, for example. He used to spend hours watching videos about fitness. One day, he decided to post his own workout tips online. At first, nobody watched, but he kept going. A year later, his fitness content started making him $5,000 a month. Instead of just watching others succeed, he became the one earning money. This is the difference between being a consumer and a creator. Consumers spend money. Creators make money. Whether it's starting a small business, writing a blog, selling digital products, or making content, those who produce something valuable have more control over their financial future. The good news? You don't have to quit your job or become famous to start creating. Even a small step, writing an article, designing a product, or offering a service can open doors to new income streams. The more you create, the less you depend on a paycheck. So, ask yourself, are you spending most of your time consuming what others have built, or are you creating something that could bring you wealth? Shifting from passive consumer to active creator is one of the fastest ways to change your financial future. Number 4, misusing buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. BNPL, services like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm make shopping feel easy. You can take home what you want today and pay for it in small installments over time. It sounds like a great deal, but for many people, it becomes a financial trap. At first, splitting a payment into 4 parts seems harmless. But because it feels so affordable, people buy more than they need. A $100 pair of shoes doesn't feel like $100. It feels like just $25 today. Before they realize it, they've made multiple BNPL purchases, and their future paychecks are already spent before they arrive. Research from 2024 shows that 65% of BNPL users end up paying late fees. Even small delays in payments can lead to extra charges, and if someone misses too many payments, their credit score can drop. Suddenly, a simple $50 purchase could cost much more in fees and interest. The biggest problem? BNPL tricks the brain into thinking you can afford things that you actually can't. Instead of making careful spending decisions, people fall into the habit of borrowing for things they wouldn't have bought with cash. The smartest way to avoid this trap is simple. If you can't afford to pay for something now, don't buy it. Instead of using BNPL, try waiting 30 days before making a purchase. If you still need it after a month, then buy it. This small habit can save you from unnecessary debt and financial stress. Number 5, avoiding boring financial tasks. Most people love making money, but they hate managing it. Checking bank statements, reviewing bills, updating insurance, or planning for retirement feels boring, so they put it off. But avoiding these small financial tasks can lead to big problems later. Take Jason, for example. He never checked his bank statements because it felt like a waste of time. One day, he finally looked and realized he had been charged $300 in hidden fees over the past year. If he had checked earlier, he could have stopped it. Another common mistake is ignoring credit scores. Many people don't check theirs until they need a loan, only to find out it's too low to qualify for good interest rates. A small effort to monitor and improve credit could save thousands of dollars over time. Then there's insurance. Many people stick with the same car, home, or health insurance for years without checking for better deals. In reality, shopping around every year could save hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The truth is, these boring tasks are what separate financially successful people from those who struggle. Wealthy people pay attention to their money. They track where it goes, look for better deals, and fix mistakes quickly. A simple habit to start: spend 10 minutes every week reviewing your finances. Check your statements, review subscriptions, and look for unnecessary charges. It may not be exciting, but over time, these small actions will keep more money in your pocket and help you build real wealth. Number 6, trusting future you to save money. Most people tell themselves, I'll start saving next month. But when next month comes, something always gets in the way: bills, unexpected expenses, or the temptation to spend. They keep pushing it off, believing their future self will handle it. But the truth is, if you don't start saving now, you probably never will. This happens because of temporal discounting, a mental trick where future consequences feel less real than present rewards. Spending money today feels good, while saving feels like a sacrifice. People think they will have more discipline in the future, but when the time comes, they face the same struggles. Instead of relying on willpower, the best solution is automation. Set up an automatic transfer to savings or investments every time you get paid. Even if it's just $20 a week, it adds up over time. A person who saves $50 a week starting at age 25 will have over $200,000 by retirement without ever thinking about it. But if they wait until 40 to start, they will need to save 3 times as much to reach the same goal. Remember, don't wait for future you to be smarter with money. Start now, even with a small amount. Your future self will thank you. Building wealth isn't about making big, dramatic changes overnight. It's about small, smart habits that add up over time. The tiny mistakes that keep people poor may seem harmless, but they create long-term financial stress. The good news? You have the power to change. Even if you fix just one of these habits today, you'll already be on the path to a better financial future. Start small, set up automatic savings, check your bank statements, or say no to unnecessary purchases. These little actions will build momentum and help you gain control over your money. Your financial future isn't decided by luck. It's shaped by your daily choices. Make smarter ones today, and your future self will thank you. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.